Hey, what's up? It's time for another Pink Floyd album review. This time on Saucerful of Secrets, their second album. So, by this point, Barrett was on his way out of the band, and Gilmore was brought in to take his place. And the band, without Barrett, had definitely had some influence of his songwriting. And Barrett only has one song on it. The rest are all by the remaining members. Uh, and yes, this is one album that's possibly my favorite album by Pink Floyd. Because it's experimental, it's kind of different sounding. It's a lot of noises in it, like it's a noisy album. Uh, there really isn't much to say except uh, very whimsical again, like Piper was. So, so it starts with "Let There Be More Light," which is a great opening song, one of my favorite album openers. It features Gilmore's first solo in a song for Pink Floyd. Uh, and then "Remember a Day" by Rick Wright, very nice piano work by Rick. Uh, Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun, one of the best Pink Floyd songs, I think. One of Roger's best songs. You know, he was still at that stage where he wasn't all preachy and everything like he was on, Animals, The Wall, Final Cut. Uh, yeah, it's one of my favorites. Corporal Plague, vocals by Gilmore and Nick Mason. I like Nick Mason's vocals. He did vocals on Scream Thy Last Scream, too. A lot of people think One of These Days was his vocal debut. No, it wasn't. But let's see. Next is the subtitle track, Saucerful of Secrets. And I honestly might prefer this over Interstellar Overdrive. Not sure, but because I really like the build up, the first 4 minutes of it, and then the drum driven part with all the sliding guitar sounds, and then the end part that I really like with it's not really a choir, it's Gilmore and Wright sounding like a choir with sounds like strings in the background. Really nice, and it's like a 12-minute uh, 12 minutes of musical mayhem. Then you get Rick Wright's Seesaw, which is one of my favorite Rick Wright songs. Might be my top 3 Rick Wright songs. Not too sure. It's probably between this, It Would Be So Nice, and Summer '68 from Adam Hartmother. But yeah, Seesaw is very nice and whimsical. I especially like music-wise. I especially like the like xylophone part, and of course Rick Wright's vocals mixed with Gilmore's vocals is really nice. And then we have the last song, Jug Band Blues, which honestly could be Syd Barrett's masterpiece. It's one of his best songs, definitely, for sure. Oh, my cat's walking. It's definitely a great song. Again, another this time it's 3 minutes of mayhem. But yeah, it's just the last song for the band, the last song released in the band. Oh, god damn it. It's a nice goodbye song, I guess. So, yes, I like every song on the album. I've always liked this album. And yes, it could be my favorite Pink Floyd album. I'm not too sure though. I think it's very underrated. Of course, I'm very fond of the early Pink Floyd, so I'm a huge fan of this one. Very nice use of sounds. And I give this album 10 points without a doubt. I could listen to it all the time. Listen to the mono version. The mono version is better. I pirated that on the CD. Because my stereo CD of it started skipping, so... Same thing with Piper. You need to listen to mono Piper. Not sure if I like the mono Piper better, but give it a listen. But I definitely like mono Saucerful Secrets better. More depth in the vocals and everything. So, that's my review on Saucerful Secrets. Much shorter than my last review. One of the best albums ever. 10 out of 10. That's all there is to it. Thanks again for watching, and goodbye. Say your feelings about this album.